Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Rebels Radio. Yes, it's a midday kickoff here for the Rebels as they host Farnborough on this Boxing Day clash. So yes, for one of the few times I think I've ever said it on the radio, it's a good morning to all of you there. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. Hope you've all got everything that Santa wanted and you've spent some quality time with your family. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. There is also a full league fixture today, but this is the only game with a 12 o'clock kickoff, so there won't be many updates, but I'll run through those fixtures for you as well. This is Rebels Radio. My name is Ade. You can contact us here if you would like to get in contact with us here. If you're listening via the YouTube, you should be able to, if you scroll down, if you're on a computer, or I think it's just if you're on a phone, it should be there. There's a comment section, and those comments will come through to us here at Rebels Radio, and we'll give you a shout out. You can also contact us via Twitter, and that is at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase, MyFC Rebels Radio. So if you do that, it'll come through to us. We'll give you a shout out this Christmas. Hopefully you've all had a wonderful time, and we'll give you the teams as well for everything today. Just a couple of upcoming games for you to your notice. On the 1st of January, Slough are away to Chesham United. That is Saturday, I think. No, Monday, isn't it? Monday. Okay, no, I don't know what day it is. I think it's the Monday, yeah, Monday the 1st of January. That is a 3 p.m. kickoff. Then following that, the next game for the Rebels, they are at home to Hereford on the 6th of January. Please remember that this is one of the all-ticket games, so you will need either to be a season ticket holder or you will need to purchase a ticket. You can do that here at the game, or you should be able to do that online. I think details of that coming online will come after today's game where the tickets have been sold here in person. Then after that, Slough have another game on the 9th of January, again away to Royston Town, who have one of the better home records in the league. So Slough have 3 very tough fixtures to come following this equally tough game. We're at home to Farnborough FC. So I'll run through the other games for you in the Southern Premier League this afternoon on Boxing Day. We have Banbury versus Dunstable, Basingstoke versus Gosport, Biggleswade versus Bishop Stortford, Kings Lynn versus St Ives, Kings Langley Chesham is a 1:30 kickoff, Merthyr versus Hereford is a 1 o'clock kickoff, Redditch versus Stratford, Royston versus Hitchin is again a 1 o'clock kickoff, St Neots Kettering is a 1 o'clock kickoff, and the two remaining fixtures are Tiverton versus Frome and Weymouth versus Dorchester. Those are your run through of the Southern Premier League games this afternoon. It's a little bit chilly here today at Arbour Park, and not only that, because it's an early kickoff, we've had something that we haven't had for quite a while, is the sun is actually right to the side of me and coming through. I just about see what's going on the screen, so if you do get a little bit of a blank, it's because I can't actually see what's happening on the screen at all, but and I've even lost the cursor. It's so bad I can't actually see where the cursor is on the screen. So there you go. But yeah, so just do bear with me if it does go a little bit quiet while I'm trying to find stuff. It must be hopefully clear up once the game has started. So you've had the Premier League games for the Southern Premier League here today. There is also what else have we had? Forgotten what it was. Sorry, Sean Fraser, 250th appearance for Slough on Saturday versus Stratford. Also making his 50th appearance for the Rebels on that day was Chris Flood. So congratulations to both of them. So we'll run through the two teams here for you today in a second. Today's match is sponsored by Strads. Strads stands for, it's not some kind of like secret agent marvelling club. Strads stands for the Slough Town Real A Drinkers Society. They are today's match sponsor, so our thanks to them for sponsoring the game this afternoon. So we'll start with the teams for you, starting with Farnborough, and in goal for them is Aidan Upwards. 2 is the captain Josh Huggins. 3 Matt Jones. 4 Jack Barton. 5 is Keith Emerson. 6 Adam Everett. 7 Dan Walker. 8 Jake Evans. 9 Lewis Ellington. 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Nick Cardini. Substitutes for Farnborough this afternoon are 12 Bobby Dormer, 14 Connor Calcott, 15 is Brett Cunningham, 16 is Matt Roberts, and 18 is Ed Adnan. I think that's how it is. That's what it says on the team sheet there. So for the Rebels, there's 3 changes to Saturday's game. In goal for Slough is Jack Turner, 2 is Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 is number 4 Nathan Smart coming in for Alan Inns, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, coming back in is 7 James Dobson replacing Nathan Webb, 8 is Simon Dunn, 9 Brad Watkins, 10 is the last change, that's Chris Flood coming on for Manny Williams, and 11 is Warren Harris. Your substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are 12 Guy Hollis, 14 Alan Inns, 15 Nathan Webb, 16 Manny Williams, and 18 is Gavin James. Your referee this afternoon is Burpinder Gill. His 2 assistants are Nick Garside and Paul Andrews. So there you go. Those are your 2 teams for today's game. I will update you with those again just before kick-off. Like I say, if you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so via Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. Or if you're listening on YouTube, there's a little bit that comes down. We've already had good morning to Darren, Alex and Darren Yates. So let's hope that we have a few more. Just so if you've got all your presents, then I hope that is the case. We'll give you all of the action here as well for today's game. Like I said, we'll try and keep you up to date with some of the kickoffs a bit later on when they kick off. But this is the only game in our league that kicks off so early. So there you go. That's what you need to know. Please remember that there will be highlights and goal clips of today's game. It's filmed by our friends at FC Video, so there'll be some goal clips up, I presume, later on today. And someone's just standing right in the way just so I can see what's going on. Brilliant. And there'll also be some full match highlights sometime soon, maybe later today or tomorrow. There's already highlights from the previous game on the 23rd against Stratford, so you could catch those. So just bear that in mind, that those highlights and goal clips will be on Twitter, available soon, and on YouTube obviously, but people seem to tweet it out nowadays as the main way of doing it. So there you go. So I'll run through the 2 sides for you through it again here at the moment. It's quite a sunny day here at Arbour Park. It has got a bit of a breezy chill. The wind is a little bit chilly here this afternoon. It's got a little bit warmer from this morning, but the idea is that the 12 o'clock kickoff means that it's everyone can have a little bit more time with their families on Boxing Day evening and afternoon. So that's why we've got a 12 o'clock kickoff. So that's the reason. And someone just moved straight out the line and I can't see. So I'll run through those 2 sides with you again. Sorry, it's starting with the away side, Farnborough. In goal is Aidan Upward. 2 is the captain, Josh Huggins. 3 is Matt Jones. 4, Jack Barton. 5 is Keith Emerson. 6, Adam Everett. 7 is Dan Walker. 8 is Jake Evans. 9 is Lewis Ellington. 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Nick Cardini. For the Rebels, the starting 11 is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 is Nathan Smart, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Brad Watkins, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 Warren Harris. The 2 sets of teams are just coming out onto the field, led out by the referee today, Mr. Burpinder Gill, and his assistant Nick Garside. And Paul Andrews. Slough are in their usual kit of amber shirts with a blue bit at the top, blue shorts and blue socks. And Farnborough are in a all-white kit, apart from the front of the shirt that has blue and white hoops on it. Kind of like a Reading kind of kit, but without the blue bits on it. It's plainly white. And there you go. So the 2 sets of players are just going through the handshakes here in front of the West Stand here at Arbour Park. Just see the Farnborough's injured league player Jamie Curiton, who's here today. Unfortunately he's injured and hasn't made the squad for them. There is a presentation just going on here to Sean Fraser for his 250th appearance for the Rebels. He's getting a little trophy from the manager Neil Baker, and congratulations to Sean for that fantastic achievement. And he's back out in that right back position, getting ready for today's game. The sun's still blinding us here at Arbour Park, and we are literally a minute or two away from kickoff. The ground filling up very nicely here, and it's turning out to be quite a lovely Boxing Day here at the moment. I do believe that there is rain forecast, but I believe the rain will not get here till way after the game. So there you go, the match stadium announcer just running through the Slough side for you, as the referee and assistants are in the centre circle along with the Farnborough captain and the Slough mascot. And here comes Mark Nisbet to complete that lineup. It's just waiting for that to go through. We're a couple of seconds away from kickoff here, so like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us, you can do on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, there's a comments page and you can come through to us there. So it's going to be an interesting game here. The previous encounter earlier this season finished 2-1 to Slough in some rather controversial circumstances. Slough took the lead early on in the first half, which they dominated and scored first. And second half, Farnborough had a player sent off for 2 yellow cards. And in the end, it was they scored with 10 men in that game to make it 1-1. And then Slough got a last-minute equaliser, which was adjudged to across the line, although it was a pretty close one. No goal line technology, obviously, at this level. But Slough had done that, so Farnborough will be looking for revenge here this afternoon. And Slough will be looking to try and get this home winning run back on. We are just waiting for the referee and his assistants to get into place. Farnborough just going into their little huddle. And it's going to be a little bit hectic as loads of people coming out of the bar here at the moment will block the view for the moment. And we just wait for the referee. It looks like Farnborough will have the kick-off. They will be shooting from left to right, so they'll be shooting to what is now commonly known as the mad barking dog end. And Slough will be shooting to the LHEA section. Just waiting for the referee just to see. Maybe Slough have gone with this because the sun will be in the goalkeeper's eyes for this first half. And we'll see how it goes with it is the kick-off here, and immediately Farnborough have the ball played out here looking for Walker. It's going to be Cardini that wins the first flick on. Coles tries to get goal side. Nisbet sticks a leg out to win the ball. Out here towards Wells. Wells first time ball looking for the run of Watkins, but Huggins comes across to guide that ball out for a Farnborough throw here. Level with that 18-yard box. Huggins, the captain, will take this throw for Farnborough. Trying to find Cardini. Cardini holds the ball up well, tries to turn, still has the ball, but loses out to Wells. Wolf plays the ball just a little bit behind Nathan Smart. Coles will chase, but it goes all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal, who plays full ball. One back by Emerson. Ball bouncing around in the centre circle there. It's flicked on here down the far side by Jones. Underneath it for Slough is Nathan Smart. He plays it back again towards Turner in the Slough goal. A long kick down the field, looking for the flick on of Flood. Flood knocks the ball on. Headed away by Everett then. Cleared by Huggins, only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header finds Watkins, who takes it on his chest and tries to play the ball. Wins a free kick there, does Watkins, for a foul by Adam Everett, and it's around about 30 yards away from goal. Slightly off centre, almost if you look at looking at the goal that you're attacking, the 6-yard line, if you came out from that, it's level with that, but a good 30 yards away from goal. Standing over this is James Dobson. Farnborough going with a 2-man wall here on this side, and it's Dobson to take it, waiting for the referee's whistle. Hits it first time, goes for goal, and he scores! Dobson has scored the goal, coming on 2 minutes. Scores from the free kick. I did say that the sun would be causing problems here, and I think the ball went over the wall, but the goalkeeper I think he thought it was going wide, but it sneaks in. And it went near the near post, so I think the sun's had something to do with that. But Dobson scores on 2 minutes, and the kickoff has already happened there, and that's Dobson's 17th goal of the season. And the ball on the far hand side here with Jones for Farnborough, plays it inside here towards Barton. Barton trying to find a bit of room, goes back towards Jones. Ball played in there to Ellington. Back here towards Barton. Barton closed down well by Slough, but wins the ball back. and then finds Coles. Coles plays the ball in, looking for Cardini, but it's a little bit too far in front of him and rolls into the feet of Slough's goalkeeper Jack Turner. Immediately plays the ball out here to the captain Mark Nisbet. Nisbet under pressure from Cardini, plays it back across here towards Smart. Smart's got Coles chasing him down and goes back to his goalkeeper, and under pressure Turner plays the ball straight out of play for a throw here to Farnborough, and it's a throw to Farnborough just inside the Slough half. Quickly taken on this near hand side. Barton manages to find Walker. Walker just comes back to Everett, who conceded that foul. Plays the ball forwards, but Cardini hasn't chased it, and Wells is there for Slough to see it out for a throw deep inside the Slough half, level with the 6-yard box. Takes it quickly towards Dobson. Dobson has time to control the ball. Loses out to Walker, but it falls kindly to Wells, and Wells has plenty of time to play the ball down here, looking for Flood. Flood up against Everett. Tries to turn, but the ball will run through to Upward in the Farnborough goal. And the Farnborough goalkeeper, all clad in red this afternoon, takes a long kick down the field. Again, looking for Cardini. Wells wins the ball and keeps hold of it well. Under pressure from Coles. Still being pressured, but finds the ball in here. It's won back by Barton, but Walker treads on the ball, and it's now played in towards Togwell. Inside the centre circle for Slough. Finds Watkins. Watkins can turn, just holds the ball up, and then plays it out here towards Fraser. Fraser in towards Togwell. Farnborough working hard to put Slough under pressure. Fraser has to go back towards Smart. Smart on the edge of his 18-yard box, plays it across to Turner. Or Turner takes a touch, and Coles almost gets there. And yet again, Turner's had to play the ball out of his 6-yard box quite quickly, and out of play for a throw to Farnborough. Again, 5 or 6 feet inside the Slough half. Huggins will go to take this throw. He's actually gained about 10 yards with this throw. And a quick throw, looking for Cardini. Dobson wins the ball though for Slough. Plays it up here towards Flood. Flood holds it up. Now releases Dobson. Dobson on the overlap here. Can run down this left-hand side. Gets through to the 6-yard box in towards Watkins. And Watkins at full stretch. Just got a foot to it, but couldn't aim it goalwards from the 6-yard box. And it's out of play for a goal kick. But Slough attacking brightly down this left-hand side. Trying to increase the lead, but just not falling for them there. And it's still remains Slough 1, Farnborough 0. And we wait for Upward to come and take this one. And Upward, the Farnborough goalkeeper, just trying to take his time with this goal kick. Long ball down. Underneath it is Nisbet. Nisbet and Cardini battle. Comes through to Togwell. Togwell finds Watkins. Watkins' heavy ball puts Warren Harris under pressure, and he's lost the ball out there towards Evans. Evans plays it out on the far hand side, looking for Coles. Coles has to turn his back on play. Tries to find Evans, but Warren Harris has come back for Slough to defend. Ball played in here towards Smart. Finds Dunn. Dunn in a quick ball in towards Dobson. Dobson here up against Huggins. Trying to release the ball, but Evans has come back and defended for Farnborough and gets a 1-2 with Emerson and plays it out on the far hand side here to Ellington. Ellington playing a little bit deep here as a number 9. Runs across the midfield and then plays it out here towards Huggins. Huggins immediately under pressure from Flood. Ball down the line. Well won by Wells, but Slough can't keep the ball in, and it's out of play for a throw to Farnborough on this near hand side, right in front of our commentary position. And again, Huggins will be the player to take this throw. Sun's still beaming down here at Arbour Park. Cardini takes it on his chest, but one back by Dunn. Ball played in, looking for Watkins. Watkins gets a lucky touch and tries to play the ball on the far hand side to relieve Warren Harris, but goes out of play. And for a throw to Farnborough on the far side, which Jones will come across to take. Quick throw in, looking for Ellington. Now, does well to hold the ball up there, and then Jones plays the ball down the field, looking for the run of Cardini, but the ball has gone out of play and out for a throw to Slough halfway inside their own half. Fraser will take this throw, and he's just waiting for a bit of movement from the Rebels, trying to find Watkins. Over Watkins' head towards Harris. Emerson comes across with a header. Ball stays in place. Harris wins it and gets past Jones. Ball played in. Oh, and Watkins looking for the continued run of Harris, but it's just rolled through to Upward, who is alert on his toes there to come across and grab that one before it could get through to the Slough player. Just rolls the ball a few feet outside of his penalty area here, and Upward plays it down the field. It's going to be won by Nisbet. Good climbing header by him. Into the centre for Evans. Finds Walker on this near hand side. Walker is out towards Dobson. And Dobson under pressure. Chips the ball straight out of play. And out for another throw on this near hand side to Huggins, who's seen a lot more of the ball, but all is throw-ins for the right back here this afternoon for Farnborough. Takes a quick throw in towards Barton. Barton looking for a bit of play. He's trying to find Walker, but Nisbet comes across for Slough to clear the ball. It's his hooked clearance, finds Harris. Great control by Harris. Takes off the challenge of Evans. Up against Jones on the far hand side. Jones will try and see the ball out. Harris can't get there in time, and it's a throw to Farnborough. Halfway inside their own half. We've played 8 minutes here at Arbour Park. Slough with this 1-goal lead here at the moment. As we wait for Jones to put this throw on, looking for Ellington. Comes through to Coles, but headed away by Fraser towards Togwell. Togwell's ball in, finds Flood. Flood trying to release Watkins. Emerson comes across and takes it down well. Dunn tries to get through to the ball, but it will go all the way through here to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner this time picks the ball up and just rolls it a couple of feet outside of his penalty area, then launches a long kick down the field. Huggins has a free header here for that one. Togwell's there first for Slough in the centre, but up against Evans, it's one back by Ellington. Ball bouncing around, finds Cardini, but Cardini's flick can't find a Farnborough player. And then Turner hits this one long, trying to find Dobson. It's a great idea there by Turner, just trying to find the run of Dobson behind the back four. And it's just gone a little bit too far and out for a goal kick so far. So if Farnborough are going to get back into the game, I think that their goal is going to be scored by someone whose surname starts with C for Farnborough. Their goal scorers, leading goal scorers, are Curitan with 12, who's not playing. Coles has 11, Cardini has 9, and Coolcut has 7. So they seem to like players with the first name C. Comes out here though towards Walker, on loan from Billericay Town. Walker trying to run down the side, puts a lovely little ball in, but Turner has to be brave for Slough and dives at the feet of Ellington and Smart to grab that ball on the 6-yard line. Now Walker just showing some first bit of pace this afternoon. And a good little ball in, but well spotted by the Slough goalkeeper. And he just drops the ball and plays the ball long here. Looking for Dobson up against Huggins. Huggins does well to win the ball and finds Walker. Walker with a bit of time to play the ball down. Shows it too much. Goes past a couple. Still running with the ball. Togwell's there first, but Turner has to come across out of his box to clear that one with a tackle. And Slough just being threatened by the pace here of Walker down this right-hand side. It's Huggins with the throw for Farnborough, around about 25 yards away from the Slough goal. And he's just waiting for a little bit of movement. Tries to find Cardini. Wells with the first header. Comes through. Togwell wins it back for Slough. And then hooked clear by Dobson. Only as far as Barton. Barton immediately under pressure from Dunn. Still's running with the ball. Dunn wins it back off him and goes out of play for a throw to Slough. Dunn takes it quick. Oh, he's trying to release Watkins. And in fact, it hits Evans on the back of the head to stop that. Goes out of play. Slough looking for a quick attack there. Dobson takes the throw quick in towards Wells. Wells under pressure from Coles. Evades the challenge and finds Nisbet. Nisbet on the halfway line. Looks to chip the ball forwards for Watkins. Watkins gets manhandled there. The referee says nothing in it. And it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Farnborough. So early days here in this game. Slough had a good couple of chances. Scoring one of them. The goal coming from James Dobson in the second minute from that direct free kick. And Walker causing a bit of problems for Slough here down this right-hand side. And so far, early in these first 11 minutes, Slough having the better of the opportunity. Still waiting for Upward to take this goal kick for Farnborough here. And long kick on the goalkeeper here. Looking for Cardini. Cardini up against Nisbet. Cardini wins a header and finds Coles. Coles flicks the ball on the minute. Looking for Walker down the right-hand side. Wells is there for Slough. Just shows Walker he's going to kick it, doesn't, sees the ball out of play, and it's out for a goal kick. Some good defending by George Wells there this afternoon. And it's a goal kick here to the Rebels. And a good healthy number of Farnborough fans have made the journey. They're here today. Oh, excuse me. Farnborough have had a strange away record of recently. They've had a good home record where they've scored 5 goals in 2 games. The breakers, Warren Harris has the ball on the right-hand side. Gets across in near post. Looking for Watkins. He's missed it. Flood misses it. It's bouncing around. In the end, it's hooked clear by Barton. Only as far as Wells. Wells heads the ball back in towards the box. Flicked on by Dunn. Comes out here towards Evans. In towards Walker. Walker immediately trying to play the ball in. Trying to get the ball back. Dobson gets a foot to it, but Walker still has it. Evades a couple of challenges. Dobson and Togwell can't win it. It's played out on the far hand side to Ellington on the far side. Cuts inside well, 30 odd yards away from goal. Oh, Dunn just sticks a leg out and wins the ball back for Slough. And now Slough on the front foot here with Dobson. Dobson trying to chip the ball forward, looking for the run of Watkins. Oh, it's just a little bit behind Watkins. But good play there. Slough had a good cross into the box there from Harris a minute ago. And Watkins couldn't get a touch on it. Came towards Flood. A good tackle on Flood means he couldn't get a chance away. And it's a throw now on the far hand side here for Farnborough. It'll be Jones, the left back, to take it for them. Roughly level with their 18-yard box. Throw comes in, looking for Cardini, trying to flick the ball on. Go. Nathan Wild Smart wins the ball and plays it in towards Nisbet. Nisbet finds Dunn. Dunn immediately under pressure, has to play it back towards Smart. And Slough under pressure here from hard work in Farnborough side. Play the ball towards Turner. Flicked on here by Dobson, trying to find Flood. Everett's there first for Farnborough. And it's out for a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard box. Dobson wants to try and take it early, and does. Finds Wells. Wells has a bit of time on the ball here, and chips the ball into the box, trying to find at the far post. Headed across goal, though, by Jones. Ball still bouncing right. Watkins trying to get underneath it. Ball still up and around. In fact, Huggins has to come across and head the ball, and it's only just gone out for a corner to Slough. And some erratic defending there by Farnborough. Very unusual to see a defender head the ball back across his own 6-yard box, but that's what Jones did, and Huggins has had to concede a corner here for Slough. It's their first corner of the game. And it's Dobson that will take this corner. Plays it into the box. It's bouncing around. Still sliding around. And it just rolls into the hands of Aidan Upward, the Farnborough goalkeeper, with lots of people in the box there. But it's Upward with the ball. Huge kick this time down the field. Looking for Coles. Up against Nisbet. Nisbet does well to win that header. Headed on though by Cardini in the centre circle. Flicked on though by Harris. Comes through towards Jones. Jones plays a high ball in. Again looking for Cardini. Smart comes across with a header. Flicked on by Harris. Trying to find Watkins down that near hand side. Up against Emerson. Emerson plays it down the line. Finds Ellington. Ellington keeps the ball in well. Turns. Barton just slips and one back here by Dunn. Dunn's got Dobson there. Finds Flood instead. Flood just didn't delay the ball and it's come out here towards Coles inside his own half in the centre circle. Finds Evans. Evans now with the ball for Farnborough. In towards Cardini. Cardini trying to play it in first time. Gets a chance to play it in again, but it's got too much on that one and rolls through to Turner in the Slough goal. So still with just 15 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Slough still with this 1-goal lead given to them by James Dobson, and a poor kick by Turner finds Walker just inside his own half, immediately closed down by a couple of Slough players. Dunn gets his body in front and wins the ball back in towards Wells. Dobson trying to flick it in. Dobson wins the ball and the referee says play on. Ball play forward looking for Flood. And then he's given it the other way. That is an absolutely disgraceful decision by the referee there. Flood had turned Everett, and Everett seemed to punch him on the back of the head. Ball's here taken quickly, looking for Walker. Walker goes past Wells easily. Dobson comes across with a great challenge for Slough, and it's out for a throw to Farnborough. There, can't believe that the referee didn't see that. He not only did not give Slough a foul, but he gave it to Farnborough. Farnborough with a chance to cross the ball in by Huggins. Hooked clear though by Dobson. Hit him on the behind, and it's a throw again for Farnborough. Literally by the 20 yards away from the Slough goal. Again, Huggins will be the player that comes across to take. And he's just waiting for a bit of move. Ball comes into the box, goes across. Fraser tries to get there first and gets a touch too. It finds Flood. Flood turns inside his own half, trying to find Watkins. Watkins takes a good touch, holds the ball up, needs to find Dunn. It's just too much on it. And that allows Emerson to come across and clear up for Farnborough. Still has the ball just on his 18-yard line. Clears long, flicked on by Cardini, trying to find Coles. Coles is onside. Breaks down the far-hand side of the box. Gets down here, gets a chance to cross it back into Cardini. He shoots, but his effort hits Mark Nisbet and goes out for a corner to Farnborough. And that's Farnborough's first corner of this afternoon. And it will be Coles that goes to take it on that far-hand side. And it's going to be an in-swinging corner for Slough to defend here. Everett and Emerson have come up from the back there. Goes towards the far post, where Togwell heads it out for another corner. This time it will come in from the near side of the ground. So Slough still have some defending. It's going to be Cardini that will take the corner on this side of the pitch. Cardini just jogging across into position. Coles comes short for the corner, but Cardini plays it in towards the goal. Headed away well, though, by George Wells. Breaks on the edge here towards Evans. Evans just closed down by Watkins and plays it out on the far side to Emerson. Emerson has the ball, 30 yards away from goal. Little dink inside to Huggins, gets the ball back and gets a chance to cross. He crosses into the box, and Slough get a foot to it with Nisbet, and then hooked clear by Harris. Finds Watkins. Oh, Watkins, great forward play by him. Now plays a lovely ball into the path of Flood. Flood's got Dunn in front of him if he needs him, and finds Dunn. Dunn gets to the 18-yard box, closes it up. Plays it back here towards Dobson. Dobson cuts inside, back onto his left. Still going. Great challenge though by Jones, who appeared in the right back position, and plays it out here towards Cardini. Cardini with the ball over the top, looking for the run of Ellington down the far hand side. Ellington will do well to keep in. He does do well. Keeps the ball in up against Fraser. Gets to the angle of the box. Chips it in first time. Cardini with a header. Oh, it hits George Wells on the leg and just takes all the pace out of it and allows Jack Turner an easy claim in the Slough goal there. And Turner will just wait there. This game is very end-to-end here at the moment. I think Slough need a second goal here to calm the nerves. Ball played forwards. Huggins wins that first ball. Comes back in here towards Walker. So Walker, little flick. Tried to get the ball back, but Nisbet will come across for the Rebels and go all the way. Oh, he's put his goalkeeper under a bit of pressure with that ball back there. And it's Turner that has the ball under no pressure now. Then puts a long ball down the field. Huggins will win the first header. And it'll come into the centre where Togwell leaves it for Nisbet. And then Slough lose out. Oh, ball played forwards looking for Cardini. But it's just a little bit too far in front. And it's Fraser who has to chase the ball back down that far hand side. And plays it towards Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner again clears this one long, looking for Dunn, but it's come off the head of Evans, and Wells will see it out for a throw to Slough, 10 yards inside their own half. His quick throw finds Simon Dunn, back in towards George Wells. Wells then finds Togwell. Oh, Togwell gives the ball away to Evans. Evans comes across the centre circle area, then plays it out here towards Jones. Jones just inside his own half, back in towards Barton. Barton on the centre circle, under pressure from Watkins, goes back to the goalkeeper Upwards. And Upward just drills a ball down. That's a poor ball. It's come straight to Warren Harris. He picks up on the halfway line for Slough. Chance to run at Jones down this near hand side. Harris just waiting for a little bit of help. Jones still just shielding out on that far hand side. He's got Fraser if he needs him. Finds Togwell instead on the edge of the 18-yard box. Togwell just again needs some help. Harris gets the ball back. Pokes in looking for Watkins. Hooked clear in the end by Huggins, who's come across and finds Chiardini. Chiardini with a good touch there to control the ball. Looking for the run of Ellington, but it's got too much on it, and that'll come through to Turner, who just has to come out of his goal to hook that ball down the field. Watkins does well, holds the ball up really well. One back here by Dobson in the centre. Dobson caught from behind there by Evans, and it's a free kick to Slough. And Dobson is down injured here at the moment. I just wonder if he's going to get some treatment or if he's going to get to his feet. We're just going to see. It looks like Dobson's going to be okay. Just a little knock there. This is almost a replica of that first goal. It's about 10, I'd say 5 or 10 yards further back. So it will be Dobson to take this one. It's going to be about 35 yards away from goal. And Dobson again with this free kick. And again, just a one-man wall this time for Farnborough. As Dobson takes his ball, drips it into the far post. Upward catches that one easily inside his 6-yard box and converts and adverts the danger, there. And Upward still has the ball. Waiting for his team to get a little bit further forwards up the field. And again, looks for a kick here, looking for Walker. Walker up against Wells. Wells wins the header well. And it's out of play for a throw to Farnborough on this near-hand side. Again, Huggins takes it. Quick throw in towards Cardini. Trying to flick it on towards Coles. Coles does well to try and space, but it's hooked clear in the end by Fraser. Ball bouncing around. In comes Dunn to win the ball for Slough. Finds Togwell. Togwell's ball finds Flood. Back here towards Dunn. Slough just not been given time on the ball here by Farnborough, and they've had to go back to the goalkeeper. And Turner has the ball down the field. Long ball. Looking for Warren Harris. Just a little bit too much on it. And it's out of play for a throw. So good afternoon to Ian who's listening. We've got Will Reese is listening, Fitzroy Brown, thank you all for going on. It is still Slough with that 1 goal lead on 2 minutes given to them by James Dobson. And the throw comes in on the far hand side from Jones. Only falls to Smart, who plays the ball back in the air. Flood's trying to get underneath. Does well to win the header and then wins a second header, trying to find Watkins. Hooked clear by Emerson, only as far as Dobson. Dobson evades a challenge of Cole. Still running. Tries to get his goal side. Coles comes in with a challenge. And Slough appealing for a corner, but it's come off Dobson last. It'll be out for a throw. Goal kick, my apologies, to Farnborough there for that challenge. So we've just literally over the halfway mark of the first half. It's Slough Town 1, Farnborough 0. Slough with the better of the opportunities here. But Farnborough looking dangerous down the right hand side. It's upward with this goal kick. Catches a little bit in the wind. And Togwell wins the header for Slough. And Harris is underneath it. So good touch by him. Finds Flood. Flood's ball a little bit short, but Harris gets a lucky ricochet and then runs down the right hand side. Jones comes across, and it's a good challenge by Jones on Harris to win the ball. And he brings the ball back out here for Farnborough. Travel 30 odd yards down the field. Just overruns it a little bit. Gets it back from Lewington. Jones still has the ball here. Inside towards Barton. Barton finds Evans. Evans looks up and again waiting for some movement. Trying to find Chiardini. Chiardini turns. Smart gets into the box and he crosses. Oh, and Coles has stopped the goal from almost. It's the greatest bit of defending you'll ever see from an opposing striker. Chiardini crosses it for him, and literally from 2 yards out, Coles is unmarked at the back post. All he's got to do is direct the angle into the goal. He plays it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Really good chance for Farnborough there. And Coles will be disappointed with that. And Huggins has just seen the ball back to his goalkeeper upward. But that was a real good chance for an equaliser there for Farnborough. And Slough have somehow kept it scoreless. Huggins wins the ball back here and finds Walker. Walker crosses on the far hand side. Slough a little bit at 6s or 7s here at the moment. Ball out here towards Ellington. Ellington in towards Chiardini. Chiardini just turns. Trying to play the ball in. Good challenge by Togwell. But Chiardini gets the ball back and finds Jones. Jones allowed to just have a little run. Oh, he hits the ball straight at Warren Harris. Harris's ball comes off the referee towards Nisbet. Nisbet sold Dobson short, but Dobson gets a touch in. It's played by Dunn towards Wells. Wells hits his first time, looking for Harris on the fast time. This time he's up against Emerson on that far hand side, but he can't get to the ball. And it's out of play for a Farnborough throw. For those of you who... if you haven't got the Christmas presents that you want, may I draw your attention to the fact that there are some new bobble hats available in the club shop. They are blue with a yellow stripe and blue with a fuzzy blue and yellow ball on the top, and it says Rebels on it. They seem to be worn by a lot of people here, so I presume the club shop has had a very busy Christmas, as they seem to be quite a few of those here. Slough have a throw inside their own half, taken quickly by Smart. Will go all the way back towards Turner in the Slough goal, and Turner immediately spreads it here, looking for Wells. That's a great pass out to Wells. Good touch by Wells, trying to go past Walker easily. Chips the ball in first time. Watkins can't get there, headed away by Everett, only as far as Togwell. Togwell with a little touch into and Flood. Flood turns on the edge of the area, corner, chips it in, looking for Watkins. Watkins gets there first, but can't get enough power on the header. And good defending by Everett means it rolls into the hands of the Farnborough goalkeeper, Aidan, upwards. And again, takes a high kick in the air. Underneath it is Dunn. Dunn wins the header. Comes through to Everett, who just places it back high in the air. And Warren Harris will try and win the ball first. Ellington's there, though, for Farnborough. And plays it in here towards Emerson. Emerson can just look to try and play the ball up, trying to find Coles. Coles stretches for the ball, but can't get to it. Nisbet's there first for Slough and finds Wells. Wells back in towards Nisbet, then plays it in towards Dobson. Dobson immediately closed down by Huggins, but evades a challenge and cuts inside. Runs with the ball 15-20 yards. Needs to play the ball in. Finds Dunn. Dunn one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, he's overrun it, and the goalkeeper bravely comes out at the feet of Dunn. And in fact, the referee's given a... He's actually given, the linesman's given a really late offside there against Slough. But there's some brave goalkeeping by the goalkeeper there for Farnborough, Aidan upwards. Just dived at the feet of Simon Dunn. At that time I hadn't seen the offside flag go up, but Slough with some good touch there football, but nothing comes of it, and it's a free kick to Farnborough, taken by upwards, looking for Walker. Walker and Wells having a battle. Walker wins the header. Nisbet heads it in. Coles, who defended the goal well for Slough, beaten to the ball by Wells. Wells clears that one high into the evening. Watkins is underneath this one. He is onside. He gets to the edge of the box. Needs a bit of help. He's got two Farnborough players with him. Dobson's there first though for Slough. Crosses the ball in. Emerson heads the ball away. Togwell wins the header and finds Harris. Harris on the angle of the box. Crosses first time. Flood tries to do a Giroux, and Scorpion kicks it, but unfortunately, unlike Giroux, all he's found is the LHEA school, unfortunately, and it's a goal kick to Farnborough FC. And we've played 27 and a half minutes here at Arbour Park. Slough still with this 1 goal lead given to them by James Dobson. And it's upward with this goal kick for Farnborough. And good long kick here by the goalkeeper. Headed away well though by Togwell. Flood manages to flick the ball on, trying to find Watkins. Watkins up against two Farnborough players, and it's Everett who clears the ball. And it's out for a throw to Slough. It's about halfway inside the Farnborough half. Taken quickly by Fraser in towards Dobson. Dobson just playing in a central position. Little ball in towards Warren Harris, just overrun, but Fraser gets there first and just gets caught by Ellington there. Ellington just beaten to the ball, and it's a free kick to Slough on the far sideline, around about 35 yards away from goal. And it's right close to that byline on the far hand side. Dobson will be the player that goes across to take this one. Nisbet and Smart slowly making their way forwards for the Rebels. Whipped in with some pace. It's a great free kick, and Watkins tries to get there, but good defending by Everett. And he gets a touch to it. It's out for a corner to Slough. And for the first time this afternoon, we hear the Slough Town fans with a bit of a voice on them. Dobson will be the player that goes across to take this corner. And it'll be an out-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Slough left forwards, Nisbet and Smart for this corner as it's whipped in by a great one all the way to the far post. Flood stretches. He gets a touch to it. So Nisbet it was in the end, that stretches, but it bounces into the arms of a stretching Aiden upward in the Farnborough goal. He tries to release Walker first time. Walker flicks the ball on. Comes in the centre here towards Evans. Evans tries to release Coles, but Wells is there first. But Coles has won the ball back here for Farnborough in this right back position, trying to run through a couple of players. Dobson's done well to win the ball back for Slough. And Nathan Smart has the ball. And Nathan Smart's just got caught on the ankle there. Coles and Smart have gone down injured. Slough had the ball here with Dunn in the centre circle. Finds Dobson. Dobson under pressure from Huggins. Plays the ball in towards Warren Harris. Harris will let this go, will he? No, crosses first time. It's headed away though by Everett. And out for a corner to Slough. And there's going to be a substitution for Slough. Warren Harris is coming off. I can only presume it's an injury. Coming on is Nathan Webb. And that's on 31 minutes. So Warren Harris coming off and Nathan Webb going forward. There's also an injury here to the Farnborough number 10, Perry Coles, who's down injured. Not that the Farnborough physio team seem to be that interested. But it's going to be a little delay in play as they finally signalled to the bench that Coles is injured. And Coles now finally getting some treatment while Slough wait to take the corner on that far hand side. Fraser is going to be the player that goes across to take that one as well. So we've no other games kicking off yet. They kick off at 1 o'clock is the next kick-off in the Southern Premier League, where we've got a few matches kicking off. Then we'll give you those scores during the second half. Oh dear. As Coles gets to his feet, but he's coming off. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it. He isn't, so Coles is going to be replaced for Farnborough, and it looks as though it's going to be number 14, Connor Coulcott, who will come on. So Coles comes off, and Coulcott comes on for Farnborough. Coles just limping badly. The goalkeeping coach has come along with the physio to try and take him off there. And the goalkeeping coach just lifts him up and just carries him off. And Coles gets a round of applause as well. And Coulcott comes on for Farnborough. And the change for Slough was Warren Harris off and Nathan Webb on. And the game will restart with a corner for Slough. It's Fraser to take this corner for Slough. Out swinging corner again. Hits it low towards Flood. Hits it first time. Oh, it's just over the top. He's looking for a touch off a Farnborough player. But it's played in short and low, and it's Flood with the effort that just goes over the top of the bar. And it's out for a goal kick to Farnborough. And Coles has gone straight down the tunnel for some treatment. As we wait for Upward to restart this game with a kick-off. Goal kick, sorry. Kick-off. Plays the ball down the field. Looking for Walker. Walker beaten to the ball by Wells. Wells' header comes into the centre. Dunn's there first for Slough. Emerson has time to head the ball on. Flicked on by Corcott. He'll come through here towards Fraser. He gets the ball first. Looks like Webber's gone out on the far-hand side to play right midfield. And the ball played in. Looking for the run of Chiardini. But Corcott is the player that gets there first. Back out here towards Ellington. Ellington under pressure from Nisbet has given a foul away there for a foul. And it's a free kick to Farnborough. It's level with the 18-yard box, but it is on the couple of feet in from the sideline on the by far side. So it's a free kick for Farnborough. And it's Evans who will go across to take this free kick. And Evans has got Walker standing next to him, but it will be Evans that will take the kick. Two-man wall for the Rebels, just along the tram line of the 18-yard box. Now with some defending to do here. As Evans takes his free kick, takes it short towards Walker. Walker takes a touch, trying to release it, gets a shot in, well blocked though by Nisbet, charging it down, comes out here towards Ellington. Ellington flicks the ball on, but Dunn wins it for Slough, and then wins his own flick on, plays it in towards Flood. Flood gets a touch. Oh, he got caught there by Everett, and Everett's going to get the first yellow card. Here, Slough are appealing for the fact that it could be a red card, but that would be very, very harsh. Everett clearly didn't play the ball. He clearly took the man out. In fact, I don't think it was Everett. I think it's actually Barton is the player. We're just going to see what the referee, Bapinda Gill, gives for this. Is it going to be a yellow? All right, it's got to be a yellow. Surely it is a yellow. Just trying to see the number. It is actually Jack Barton, the player that gets that yellow card. So it's Barton who got the yellow card there for a blatant foul on Chris Flood, and Slough have a free kick. It's on the edge of the centre circle D inside the Farnborough half. George Wells is standing over this free kick and floats it towards the far post. Nisbet tries to rise there. Emerson gets there first. And the referee has somehow given a goal kick when it looked clear like it came off Emerson's head. You can tell because Emerson hasn't got a lot of hair like myself, and Nisbet has a lot, but the referee says it's a goal kick. And it's Upward to take this goal kick for Farnborough. And again, huge kick by the goalkeeper here. Looking for Corcott. Corcott up against Nisbet. Nisbet wins the header. Then Dunn wins the next one. Finds Evans of Farnborough. Evans trying to release Ellington on the far-hand side. Up against Fraser. Fraser sticks the foot out to win the ball, but Ellington tries to get there back, but still got Fraser on his back. Plays it in here towards Jones. Jones with the ball down the line to Chiardini. Chiardini turns, trying to find Corcott. Corcott just holds the ball up well. In here towards Evans. Plays it out looking for Walker, but Wells intercepts for Slough. And plays it in towards Dobson. Dobson with a little flick inside towards Dunn. Finds Flood. Flood with a bit of space here. Chipping it on the far hand side. He's got Dobson first to the ball. Goalkeeper comes out. He's got Wells there if he needs him. Dobson goes for goal. It's hooked away. And Slough fans are appealing for a back pass there. It's cleared off the line and into the hands of the goalkeeper, who just throws the ball away and gives it straight here to George Wells. Wells under pressure from Barton. Finds Dobson. Dobson flicking towards Flood. Dobson trying to get the ball back. Flood's trying to get there. Slough looking for a free kick. And Slough finally get a free kick. Two men tackling one player. Dobson went down. The ball came to Flood. He's going to get there. The referee says it's a free kick to Slough. Apologies there if you lost a bit of sound there. Huggins has the ball here at the moment, just running through with the ball. Plays it out here towards Walker. Walker on the edge of the 18-yard box, trying to knock it past Wells to get across him. Wells goes with him And Walker sees it back, plays the ball in here towards Huggins on the edge of the box, but Togwell's there for Slough, and hooked here by Nisbet, finds Dobson. Dobson with a little touch inside here towards Togwell. Togwell's given the ball away here to Emerson. Emerson can bring the ball forwards for Farnborough, just overrun it a little bit, still has the ball, runs to the edge of the box, finds Ellington on the far hand side. Ellington, good tackle by Fraser, but the ball comes out here towards Evans. Evans plays it back towards Jones. Jones 10 yards inside the Slough half, travels a little bit distant, hits it from distance, takes a deflection off Chiardini and goes out for a goal kick. My apologies there if you lost a little bit of sound there. That was my fault for pressing the wrong button. So my apologies there. You haven't missed anything. We're into the 40th minute of the game. It's still Slough 1, Farnborough 0. That goal coming from James Dobson, being the only difference between the two sides. So apologies there for the loss of sound. As Turner takes this long kick down the field. Watkins trying to win the flick on. It's won by Everett. Flicks on by Chiardini. Looking for the runner. Coolcott. Smart's in attendance here with Slough. Smart gets there first and manages to turn out of trouble and then plays it long down the field. Everett's underneath it for Farnborough. It can in for Dunn. Dunn just beaten to the ball. It's come off Evans last and it'll be a throw to Slough just inside their own half. And ball played in here towards Dobson and Flood. Flood hits it straight at Huggins. Huggins dives in with a challenge, but Wells gets there first for Slough. Evades the challenge, turns, holds the ball up well. Then plays the ball in here towards Watkins. Watkins leans towards Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run down the sideline. Plays it straight across. And then it's Simon Dunn who plays the ball over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. Good ball in there though by Slough. And just at that time as it happened, someone decided to walk down the stairs and I couldn't see what was going on, but I think it was Simon Dunn who had the effort that went over the bar, and it remains here at Arbour Park, Slough 1, Farnborough 0, as the masses make their way towards the bar here. So our view will be restricted for a little while as we wait for Upward to take this goal kick. And Upward again, long kick down the field, looking for Coolcott up against Nisbet. Coolcott wins the header, then Fraser wins it back for Slough, finds Nathan Webb. First touch of the ball I think for Webb since he comes on, puts the ball out of play, and it's a throw to Farnborough on that far hand side. They're going to leave it for Jones to take this throw. And Jones plays in here towards Evans, back towards Jones. Jones under pressure, loses it out to Webb, but the ball's played through down by Evans, but straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And we've got about 3.5 minutes left of this first half. And Slough take the throw quickly, go back towards Turner in the Slough goal. He plays the ball long down the field, looking for Nathan Webb. It's won by Emerson. Emerson gets the ball back down the line for Chiardini. Chiardini in a foot race with Smart. Smart wins that foot race and plays it back towards Turner. Turner, long ball down the field, headed away by Everett, only as far as Dobson. Dobson's touch finds Flood. Flood in towards Dunn, gets the ball back, trying to release Dunn, but it's a little bit too much, and Upward has to come to the edge of his area to control the ball with his feet and picks the ball up as Dunn closes down. It's still Slough with this one goal lead. Upward just rolls the ball to the edge of his penalty area, plays it down the field, looking for Walker. Walker up against Wells. Wells rises high to win the header. Huggins will keep the ball in and plays it down the line. Walker will try to win the ball, flicks it in. Wells with the header, comes across though towards Barton. Barton tries to play it down. Wells gets there first. It's gone out of play. Is it an outplay? Oh, it's offside. My apologies. It's offside against Walker. I don't know. He's given a free kick actually to. I don't really understand what's going on. The referee has overruled his linesman. He's given a free kick to Farnborough around about 25 yards away from goal, but literally right on the sideline. Cardini is the player that comes across for Farnborough to take this free kick. Puts it in with some whip. Headed goalwards by Huggins, but it goes across the goal. And well seen out there by Turner in the Slough goal. And it's out for a goal kick. So it's a couple of minutes left. Minute and a half left of normal time. We're just going to see that there'll be 1 minute, I think, added on. I think that's what's going to be shown on the boards. As Turner just waits for Slough to get a little bit further up the field before taking this kick. And again, long kick by Turner. Played here looking for Flood. Flood up against Huggins. Huggins with a hand in the back. Missed by the referee. Hits Scardini on the shin. Comes here towards Evans. Evans chased wide. Plays it down the lead. One back by Nisbet. And it's played back towards the goalkeeper. Wells has played it back towards Turner. Turner switches it first time. Looking for Dobson. Dobson takes the ball down well. Manages to win it back. And it's gone out of play for a throw though to Farnborough. Huggins trying to take it quickly. Trying to find Coolcott. One back by Nisbet. Wells comes across to defend, given back towards Nathan Smart. Barton chases back towards Turner. Turner under pressure, clears again, and Dobson will try and keep it in. Gets a push in the back, but it's out for a throw to Farnborough. Huggins again trying to take it quickly. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough. Back here towards Huggins. Chips it back in, headed away by Nisbet. Comes here towards Flood, ducks to win the flick on. Finds Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up here for Slough. On the halfway line, slips as he plays it in, but it comes off the returning Huggins and out for a throw to Slough. Just a couple of feet inside the half. 2 minutes of added time to be added on here at Arbour Park. Ball played back by Wells towards Nisbet. Nisbet in towards Dobson. Wells has the ball now. First time ball, flicked in back heel to Wells. Oh, Wells goes past 3 players. Still runs to the edge of the box. Looking, been told to shoot, hits it hard. But Everett sticks a knee out to block that one, and it's out for another corner to the Rebels here. And again, Dobson will be the player that jogs across to take this for Slough. And again, it'll be an outswing corner. Slough aren't going to play. Are they going to put too many men players? They're just Smart and Nisbet are going forwards for this corner. And it will be Dobson to take this corner. Referee just making sure that he's happy with what's going on. Ball's going to be played in to the far post. Comes through to Nisbet. Hits it on the volley. And that's only going to endanger someone who's parked in the school car park, I'm afraid. And we're into the final. We've already into the added time here at the moment. And it's still Slough with this 1-goal lead. We've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds of normal time. Of added on time, I should say, sorry. Of this first half. With both teams having some good opportunities. Farnborough having that one that was defended well by Coles, although he wasn't supposed to defend it. It's upward, long clearance down. Headed away well by Togwell. Looking for Flood. Everett wins the first header. Flicked on by Barton. Trying to find Corker. Corker gets a touch and finds Walker. Walker down his right hand side. And Walker runs into Nisbet. Nisbet stands there and concedes the free kick. And Nisbet could well get a yellow card here for that challenge. I think he is. Yeah, Nisbet gets a yellow card for blocking Walker's run there. And it's a free kick. It's a free kick to Farnborough. It's around about, again, 25 yards away from goal. Just the referee just moving Chiardini to the side. It's about 5 or 6 foot in from the sideline. Chiardini with this free kick. Going to be taken left-footed. Chips it to the far post. It's got a lot on it. Loads of bodies flowing around. Headed in. Comes here towards Emerson, who shoots. And he's hit the side netting there for Farnborough. Unfortunately for them, the wrong side of the goal. And it will be a goal kick. And that should be the last action of this first half. Neil Baker, the loan management person for Slough, as Mr. Underwood is away in Australia. And he's looking forward to getting the players back in just at half time, just to give them a bit of a refresher. Just been a little bit lacking in the final third these last 5 minutes, and that is the half time whistle here. So half time here at Arbour Park. It is Slough Town 1, Farnborough 0. That goal coming from James Dobson on 2 minutes. A direct free kick which curled into the back of the net, and both sides have had some good chances. Farnborough with mostly the best of the chance, where Chiardini crossed it across the literally about 2 yards away from goal, and Cole somehow managed to get his body in the way and block the ball for a goal line clearance in the end, which should have really been a goal to Farnborough, but unfortunately it wasn't. So it's half time here. It is Slough with this 1-goal lead, and it's we've got some. Everyone's just coming around here. It's there's loads of people just come past here. as they all bundle into the bar for a Boxing Day beer. And we'll just see who else is going. So, like I say, if you want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so. It's on Twitter, it's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or you can do so on the YouTube bit. If you look down, it says comments, and it will come through to us here as well. There's a few of you on there already. Hoping you all had a good Christmas. So we're just going to see if there's any news for you, see if there's some scores coming through. So not scores coming through, obviously, because there's no one else playing, but if there's any team news coming through for you. Let's see what else is going on. There is a game started in the proper Premier League. There's also a game in Scotland that started, Dundee versus Celtic. And we've got some early kick-offs, but no one else seems to be playing early. Everyone else seems to be having an afternoon kick-off in the football world this afternoon. So it's just Slough with the early 12 o'clock kick-off and a good healthy crowd here. We haven't had the attendance announced yet, but we'll give that to you as soon as we get it. So until then, what we're going to do, we're just going to come off air for a second, and we'll be back with the start of the second half in a few minutes. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Rebels Radio. Yes, it's a midday kick-off here for the Rebels as they host Farnborough on this Boxing Day clash. So yes, for one of the few times I think I've ever said it on the radio, it's a good morning to all of you there. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. Hope you've all got everything that Santa wanted, and you've spent some quality time with your family. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. There is also a full league fixture today, but this is the only game with a 12 o'clock kickoff, so there won't be many updates, but I'll run through those fixtures for you as well. This is Rebels Radio. My name is Ade. You can contact us here if you would like to get in contact with us here. If you're listening via the YouTube, you should be able to, if you scroll down, if you're on a computer, or I think it's just if you're on a phone, it should be there. There's a comment section, and those comments will come through to us here at Rebels Radio, and we'll give you a shout out. You can also contact us via Twitter, and that is at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase, MyFC Rebels Radio. So if you do that, it'll come through to us. We'll give you shout out this Christmas. Hopefully you've all had a wonderful time, and we'll give you the teams as well for everything today. Just a couple of upcoming games for you to your notice. On the 1st of January, Slough are away to Chesham United. That is Saturday, I think. No, Monday, isn't it? Monday. Okay, no, I don't know what day it is. I think it's the Monday. Yeah, Monday the 1st of January. That is a 3 p.m. kickoff. Then following that, the next game for the Rebels, they are at home to Hereford on the 6th of January. Please remember that this is one of the all-ticket games. So you will need either to be a season ticket holder, or you will need to purchase a ticket. You can do that here at the game, or you should be able to do that online. I think details of that coming online will come after today's game, where the tickets have been sold here in person. Then after that, Slough have another game on the 9th of January, again away to Royston Town, who have one of the better home records in the league. So Slough have 3 very tough fixtures to come following this equally tough game. We're at home to Farnborough FC. So I'll run through the other games for you in the Southern Premier League this afternoon on Boxing Day. We have Banbury versus Dunstable, Basingstoke versus Gosport, Biggleswade versus Bishop Stortford, Kings Lynn versus St Ives, Kings Langley Chesham is a 1:30 kickoff, Merthyr versus Hereford is a 1 o'clock kickoff, Redditch versus Stratford, Royston versus Hitchin is again a 1 o'clock kickoff, St Neots Kettering is a 1 o'clock kickoff, and the 2 remaining fixtures are Tiverton versus Frome and Weymouth versus Dorchester. Those are your run through of the Southern Premier League games this afternoon. It's a little bit chilly here today at Arbour Park, and not only that, because it's an early kickoff, we've had something that we haven't had for quite a while, is the sun is actually right to the side of me and coming through. I just about see what's going on the screen, so if you do get a little bit of a blank, it's because I can't actually see what's happening on the screen at all. But and I've even lost the cursor. It's so bad I can't actually see where the cursor is on the screen. So there you go. But yeah, so just do bear with me if it does go a little bit. It's there through injury by Coolcott on the 32 minutes. Slough replaced Warren Harris on 31 with Nathan Webb, and both teams have had some fairly good chances, but not many of them have been on target. So while the game's been entertaining here at Arbour Park, there's been a very few goal action things going on. I can see some of the Slough players already out for the start of the second half here at Arbour Park. And just to let you know some of the upcoming games for the Rebels. On Monday the 1st of January, Slough travel to near neighbours Chesham for the local derby. And that's a 3 o'clock kickoff on New Year's Day. So if you have a hangover, what better way to clear that hangover than standing on the terraces supporting the Rebels. So that is the 1st of January. That game is 3 o'clock as a coach for the supporters. That leaves St Joseph's School at 1:15. The price of that is £6. So if you don't want the hassles of driving, why not come on the Slough Town supporters coach? Then following that, on the 6th of January, which is a Saturday, Slough are at home to Hereford. And just a reminder that that is an all-ticket match, so you will need to either have a season ticket holder from Slough, or B, you will need to have pre-purchased a ticket. So there will be no admittance to the ground on that day. So please, if you haven't bought a ticket, I believe you should be able to buy them online. Please have a look at the Slough Town FC website for further details of purchasing those Hereford tickets. Then following that, on the 9th of January, Slough will be away to Royston Town. Again, another league match, and Royston top of the home form at the moment. They've won their last 6 at home. They are playing again today at 1 o'clock against Hitchin. But Royston are in a good run of form at home, and Slough travel to them on Tuesday the 9th of January with a 7:45 kickoff. So those are your up and coming games for the Rebels the next couple of weeks. I'll just wait to see if there's any changes on the two sides as they come out for the start of the second half. Slough met earlier in the season at Farnborough at the Cherrywood Road ground, and Slough managed to win that one 2-1. Goals from Matt Lynch early in the first half. Slough bombarded the Farnborough goal in that first half. In the second half, they had a man sent off but scored through Coles. And then Slough got a disputed last-minute winner through Chris Flood. So are we going to see that same kind of atmosphere and controversy in this game here? There's only one goal in it here at the moment at Arbour Park, and there you go. Slough will need to try and increase their lead if they're going to make it a little bit easier. Farnborough still in the game here and working very hard. A couple of things for you, just to let you know that Sean Fraser was presented with a trophy for his 250th appearance for the Rebels. That was against Stratford on Saturday, and Sean just needs, after today, just needs another 19 more appearances to break into the actual all-time top 20 for the Rebels. Currently that's held by two players on 269, so Sean after today is now only 19 away from that. And also Chris Flood came on as a sub against Stratford, therefore playing his 50th game for the Rebels, so congratulations to both of those. We are just waiting for the two sides to come out. They should be out pretty quick. They are due to come out in a minute, so there we go. And we're just going to see Merthyr have kicked off against Hereford. It's also St Neots versus Kettering. Royston versus Hitchin have kicked off, and there's a 1:30 kick-off. Kings Langley versus Chesham. So those are the other ones for you. So just seeing if there's any early goals already in the work there. Today's official attendance, it says on Twitter, apparently it's 668 is today's official attendance who have come down on Boxing Day. So congratulations and thanks to all of those who have made the journey down to Arbour Park this afternoon. A little bit chilly, sun's out, but it is a little bit of a cold breeze coming over the ground here at the moment. So still waiting for the two sides to come out. And just the bar area, still got a fair old queue in the bar area behind us. As people get a good Boxing Day drink, some still drinking here at Arbour Park. As just watching the two lots of substitutes go through some various shooting routines. So I've got a couple of players already out for the start of this second half, and they're just it's just waiting for everyone to come out, really. I think they should have been out by now, so it's 4 minutes past already, but there you go. We're just maybe it's a little bit cold, everyone's just trying to keep warm as long as they can here. So I'm going to run through the other fixtures in the Southern Premier League for you this afternoon. Banbury versus Dunstable, Basingstoke versus Gosport, Biggleswade versus Bishop Stortford, Kings Lynn versus St Ives, Kings Langley Chesham, that's 1:30 kick-off. Merthyr Hereford has just kicked off. Redditch versus Stratford. We've got Royston versus Hitchin again, that's just kicked off. St Neots versus Kettering's again kicked off, and it's Tiverton versus Frome and Weymouth versus Dorchester. Just looking at the two sides come out, both have already been forced into first half substitution. I'm just going to see if there's any signs of a second half substitution for either side. I'm just going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just trying to count up the players. 7, 10. Not all out at the moment, so just try and keep our eyes on that. I can tell you there's no change to the Farnborough 11, so I'll read the Farnborough 11 for the start of the second half for you. In goal is Aidan Upward, 2, and the captain is Josh Huggins. 3 is Matt Jones, 4 is Jack Barton, who's got a yellow card. 5 is Keith Emerson, 6 is Adam Everett, 7 is Dan Walker, 8 is Jake Evans, 9 is Lewis Ellington, 11 is Nick Cardini, and 14 is Connor Coolcott. For the Rebels, no substitutions for them either, so their starting 11 for this second half is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 is George Wells, 4 Nathan Smart, 5 Mark Nisbet, who's got a yellow card, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 is James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Brad Watkins, 10 Chris Flood, and number 15 is Nathan Webb. Those are your two starting 11s for the second half. So now we'll have the kick-off. They'll be shooting from right to left. They're just waiting for the referee, Mr. Gill, just to make sure that everything's happy. He's happy with everything. Linesmen are happy. Goalkeepers are happy. Is he going to start the game? He does indeed. So there you go. That's the kick-off of the second half. Slough play out here towards Fraser. Fraser with the ball forwards on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. First to the ball though is Huggins. Plays it immediately down the line, looking for Coolcott. Nisbet's across for Slough. Ball comes in though and gets one back by Evans. Evans does well just to keep the ball from going out of play on the far hand side. Plays the ball in there for Walker. Walker up against Togwell. Slough won the ball back and keep the ball on the left hand side between Wells and Dobson. Ball back here with Dobson. Dobson just turns away from danger, then plays the ball across, finds Webb. Webb chests the ball into the path of Togwell. Togwell in that centre circle. Ball over the top, looking for Chris Flood, but Flood's going to need a motorbike to catch that one, and unfortunately he hasn't got one to hand. It's out for a throw to Farnborough. And can't see who's going to take it because the gentleman's standing in the way. It's Jones with the throw. Headed away well though by Fraser. Finds Watkins. Watkins chests the ball down in towards Nathan Webb. Brad Coulton gets the ball back. Neil ball in here towards Webb. Plays a 1-2 with Flood. Back in towards Watkins. Back here towards Nathan Webb. Gets to the byline. Ball goes across. Flood's trodden on the ball. It's allowed Huggins a chance to clear. Togwell's got a touch to it. Nisbet will try and get there for Farnborough, and then Wells does well for Slough to win the ball as Walker's about to break on the halfway line. And Wells plays it here towards Dobson. Dobson cuts inside, bringing the ball with him. Plays it. It's a poor ball by him. Only finds Everett of Farnborough, the centre back, and he immediately plays it out for Walker. Walker looking for the run of Coolcott. Coolcott just comes inside and holds the ball up to find Chiodini. Chiodini's got Evans see if he needs him. He does find Evans. Evans tries to shoot, blocked well by Fraser, but it comes back out here to Chiodini. And he has the ability to hold the ball up and find Evans. Evans to the left back, Jones. Jones into Barton. Barton with a bit of space to try and orchestrate something. Togwell's going and biting at his ankles. Played out here towards Huggins. Huggins 10 yards inside the Slough half. Play in towards Coolcott. Coolcott turns one side. Shoots from distance from 20 yards, but it's a well saved by Jack Turner. He saw that everywhere and just smothered that one with his hands. But first shot of the second half comes from Farnborough, and Turner in the Slough goal has the ball in his hands. Long ball down the field by him, headed away easily by Everett though. Comes through towards Walker. Walker with a depth little header trying to find Barton. Barton has to rush to get to the ball and plays it straight down the field, and it bounces to Slough's Jack Turner in goal. And this time he rolls the ball out, finding Nisbet. Nisbet spread a little bit wider on that far hand side. First time ball by him, headed away though well by Huggins. Comes through though towards Togwell. Togwell inside his own half. Ball inside towards Webb. Webb holds it up back towards Togwell. Togwell's ball finds Watkins. Watkins will be with the ball down here towards Dobson. Dobson now on the right hand side. Gets to the sideline. Cuts inside. Still has the ball at his feet. Goes past Emerson. Tries to flick it in, and Emerson does really well to recover. Sticks a leg out, and it's a corner to Slough here at the start of the second half. And Dobson will be the player that goes to take this corner. We're just waiting for, I think it's Nathan Webb just to do his boots up. Everyone's ready. And it'll be an in-swinging corner for Slough here in these first few minutes of the second half. Dobson just plays it into the box. Headed over the top by Everett and back out for another corner to Slough, this time on the far-hand side. And they're going to make Dobson run all the way across to take this one. So we'll wait for Dobson to get into position. This will be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. Slough left Nisbet and Smart up from that previous corner for this one. And it's Dobson who takes this one. Floats it in towards the box. Headed goal was by Nisbet. It's in! And Mark Nisbet scores another early goal for the Rebels. That one coming on 49 minutes. And Slough now have a 2-goal lead here at Arbour Park. The goal coming from Mark Nisbet. That's his second goal of the season for the Rebels. He just rose high in the back there and guided the ball into the top corner of the net, and Slough leads here at Arbour Park 2-0. And 2 early goals in each half have given Slough this lead. And Farnborough will have some work to do here now. Slough just jogging back into position. And it'll be Cardini to take the kick-off for Farnborough. In towards Barton. Barton trying to urges team forward, trying to find Coolcott. Coolcott header in towards Walker. Walker's now swapped sides to the left-hand side, bringing the ball across the field into the centre circle. Lovely ball in there to find Huggins, who's burst down the right-hand side on the overlap. Huggins gets across in, but it's well gathered by Jack Turner at his near post. And Turner will just slow the speed of the game down here with this kick out, just to allow his team to get further up the field. He's got Coolcott in front of him trying to block his kick. But he just drops the ball inside his penalty area, then launches the ball down the field, looking for Dobson. Dobson has time to flick the ball on, trying to find Watkins. And it comes off the foot of Huggins last. It's out for a throw to Slough, halfway inside the Farnborough half. Taken quickly by Watkins in towards Wells. In finds Dunn. Dunn plays it back in towards Wells. Wells breaks into the box, just overruns it a little bit. And that allows Emerson the chance to come across and defend for Farnborough. But the ball is poor, headed onwards by Fraser. Fraser finds Flood. Flood just has to give the ball here towards Togwell. Togwell finds Fraser, who's working on this right-hand side on his own. Back in here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn in towards Watkins. Watkins, little ball in towards Togwell. Goalkeeper comes out, leaves it for Watkins, and Watkins fires over. And I think Togwell should have taken that one on his own. And Slough had a good chance there to get a third goal and kind of wrap this up there, but Togwell chose to pass rather than hit it left-footed. And in the end, it's a goal kick to Farnborough. And it's upward in the sun's. Could tell the sun's gone in. It's just come over slight cold here, slightly chilly here at Arbour Park. As upward, long good kick down the field, flicked on well by Coolcott, but unfortunately Cardini can't catch that, and it goes safely into the arms of Jack Turner, who just rolls the ball out here to the score of the second goal. Nisbet down the field for Flood. Flood's ball is heavy, but finds Dobson. Back in towards Flood. Oh, just sells Dobson short there, does Flood, and the ball comes here towards Coolcott, trying to find Chiodini. Blocked by Smart. Ball comes back out here to Huggins. Huggins being chased down. Still runs with the ball. Still got the ball. Plays a lovely little ball out on the far-hand side. But Ellington had come across to see it, and Wells saw the run and played it off Ellington for a throw to Slough. Some good defending there by Slough's left-back. Looks like Walker's come across to play the left side for Farnborough. I think that's because Webb isn't really a natural right-sided midfielder. So Walker's maybe trying to gamble on the fact that Fraser's going to be left alone. Throw comes in from Slough, headed on by Everett, then flicked on by Huggins to find Coolcott. Coolcott in towards Chiodini, but Chiodini is offside. And that'll be a free kick to the Rebels just outside their own penalty area. And Slough just going to let Turner take this free kick. Slough with this 2-goal lead. And Turner plays it across his 18-yard box here towards Nathan Smart. Smart back towards Turner, trying to draw Farnborough out of their half. Ball played forwards down the field, trying to find Dobson. Dobson keeps the ball in on the far-hand side, does he? No, just overruns it a little bit and out of play there for a throw to Farnborough halfway inside their own half. Huggins has gone across to take this throw and finds Chiodini, but Chiodini trying to release Walker, spotted by Fraser, who does well to tidy that up, and then in towards Nisbet. Nisbet's ball for Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up well up against Everett. Oh, he just played the ball expecting the run of Chris Flood, didn't get it. Nathan Webb's the player that chases it down, and upward in the Farnborough goal clears. Flicked on again well by Coolcott, finds Chiodini. Chiodini up against Smart. Well, Chiodini gets goal side, shoots from distance. Good save though by Jack Turner, and then hooked clear by Fraser. He'll find Flood. Flood's ball, oh, it's poor by him, but he gets a lucky ricochet and finds Dunn. Dunn to Tugwell. Flood inside his own half, spreads it out towards Sean Fraser in this right position. Played forward looking for the run of Nathan Webb. Cleared up by Emerson, whose ball comes down. It's only cleared as far as Sean Fraser. Fraser plays it back towards Nisbet, score of the second goal. In towards Dunn. Now having a lot of pressure put on. Ball play forwards to Flood. Flood trying to hold it up. Emerson gets in front of him again and manages to win the ball. But this time Nisbet breaks through to win for Slough. And thank you very much for the cup of tea. Ball comes in on the far hand side from Wells. In towards Dobson. Dobson just waits and plays a couple of 1-2s with Wells. Back here towards Wells now. In towards Watkins, finds Dunn. Dunn spreads it on the near hand side where Nathan Webb's got a bit of time to take it down. Crosses with the edge. Oh! Has it gone in? I can't believe that I've just seen Nathan Webb score not only have I just seen Nathan Webb score a goal, but that is... I don't even realise it had gone in. It's Nathan Webb that scores. It's he gets a lovely ball into the box. He creeps in on the edge of the box there, just gets in. And I think it's a cross, but he's just hooked the ball in. It's gone over the top of the goalkeeper, and it's actually just bounced inside the post, inside the goal. The referee and linesman said it's a goal to Slough. They now lead 3-0 here at Arbour Park. And it's Dobson with the first. It's Nisbet with the second. And now, of all sources, his first goal of the season comes Nathan Webb on goal, the third goal. Ball played forwards here for Farnborough, looking for Coolcott. Coolcott up against Cardini. Cardini just beaten to the ball by Nathan Smart. Comes out here towards Fraser. His ball only picked up here by Emerson. Emerson brings it in towards Evans. Evans plays out towards Ellington on the far hand side. Does well to skip past the challenge of Wells. Still runs with the ball. Leaves it here for Emerson, who's come forwards. He's got Cardini and Walker on this far hand side. Leaves the Cardini to Walker. Can't see, someone's walked in front. Ball played across the field. Headed back across the goal by Barton, but it's cleared by Slough here with Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run at the Farnborough defence. Still running the ball. He's travelled 50 odd yards with this ball. Plays it in here now towards Watkins. Watkins to Togwell. They find Flood on this near right hand side. Flood crosses in hard and low. Emerson comes across to block the ball. Some good defending there by Jones. Under pressure now from Webb. And it's gone out of play for a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard box. But Slough, 3 goals up here, and a fortunate third goal there for the Rebels, but they all count. And Slough will be happy with this 3-0 lead. Ball's here with Dunn. Has plenty of time on the ball. Just leaves it here for Watkins. Watkins trying to find the path of Webb. Ball played forwards though to Chiodini. Chiodini trying to find a run of Coolcott. Nathan Smart comes across and tries to block. Coolcott holds the ball up for Farnborough. In towards Barton. Barton has a bit of time on the ball. Looking for an option. Comes from Evans. Evans flicks it on the far hand side. Looking for Ellington. Wells gets a touch to it and blocks it going out for a throw to Farnborough on that far hand side. Like I say, if you will be, you'll be able to see the goal clips most probably later on today, and full highlights will come in a couple of days from our friends here at FC Video. Quick throw taken by Farnborough. It's a poor throw, one back by Wells. In towards Togwell. Wells has continued his run, and he's been fed by Dobson. Togwell. He plays it in early. He's actually gone for goal as George Wells. See that Upward was off his line, but that's got too much on it. Goes out of play for a goal kick. But Wells, for the second game running, tries to score an opportunist goal, and it doesn't come off. And the ball played forwards here by Upward, headed on by Chiodini. Coolcott chases on after it, but it's played back to Turner by Smart, and his long ball down the field looking for Flood. Flood being covered by Emerson. Ball comes here towards Webb. Score of the third goal. In towards Dunn. Dunn with a touch ball into Watkins. Gives it to Togwell. Togwell will spread it on the far hand side to Dobson. Dobson gets on it in piece. And let's say about that cross the better. It's out of play for a goal kick. So Slough playing some good football here as Farnborough coming forwards in this second half. But these 2 quick goals by Slough, scored by Mark Nisbet on 49 minutes and Nathan Webb on 55, have given Slough a good commanding lead here at the moment at Arbour Park. And it's a long kick here by Upward, trying to find Coolcott. Coolcott flicks the ball on well, trying to find Walker, but Webb's there for Slough to play it out in towards Dunn. Dunn gets it back towards Webb, and Slough managed to work their way out of trouble. And the ball here now with Nisbet. Nisbet trying to release Wells, who's continued his run. Huggins has come across for Farnborough, one back by Ellington, but Slough won it with Togwell. In towards Wells, back here towards Dobson. Nice little package of play there by Slough. Watkins leaves it here for Togwell. Togwell tries to spread immediately towards Flood. Flood takes it first time and finds Fraser. Fraser in towards Webb. Webb just shoves off the challenger Coolcott. Plays it in here towards Togwell. Togwell looking for someone on the left-hand side. It's Wells that comes across. Back in towards Togwell. Oh, Togwell just overruns it. The ball comes here towards Chiodini. Spread out on the far-hand side here towards Walker. First time he's seen the ball in this new position. Cuts back inside. Still has the ball as he's travelled 20-30 yards. And switches the ball to Ellington on the far side. Ellington's got Huggins on the overlap if he needs it. Runs straight into George Wells, and Togwell plays in towards Watkins. Watkins caught from behind here and Everett's got to be careful there. That's a silly challenge to do on a player. And it's a free kick to Slough inside their own half. And Slough players just having a word with the referee saying, you know, Watkins has finally just got to his feet. So Watkins has just recovered from that challenge. It wasn't a nasty challenge, it was just a little bit late. And Mark Nisbet having a word with the referee just to indicate if he thought it was anything more than just a foul. He says no. It's a free kick to Slough. And it will be Jack Turner to take this for the Rebels, and he's just going to switch it on the far hand side, trying to find Wells, but it's away by Ellington, headed on by Huggins. Evans tries to flick it on, but only finds Simon Dunn for Slough. Dunn in towards Dobson, just covering in at left back out here towards Dobson. Dobson now with a bit of space to run onto. He's going to chip the ball into the box, but there's no one there for it. And it's out into the arms of Upward. Upward rolls the ball here towards Walker. Walker up against Nathan Webb. Webb does well to win it. And then Fraser's tackle is hard on Walker and he wins the ball well. Not sure what he's going to do. Is he going to score as well? Gives the ball here towards Webb. Webb here just needs a little bit of help. Help comes from Simon Dunn. Dunn under pressure. Has to go back towards Nathan Smart. And Smart will go all the way back to Turner in the Slough goal. Turner's ball finds Togwell. Togwell closed down immediately by Evans. Back to Turner. Turner outside of his box but has the ball at his feet. Finds Mark Nisbet. Nisbet back towards Turner. Turner just has the ball inside his penalty area at his feet. Not being forced into playing it. Poor ball by him. Oh, it gets a flick on but comes through here to Emerson. Emerson trying to bring his side forwards. Finds Chiodini. Chiodini holds the ball up towards Evans. He in turns finds Barton. Barton just on the halfway line can bring it forwards. Finds Chiodini. Chiodini holds up. It's got Emerson still on the left hand side. Tries to play the ball in, but it's hit a Slough player, and Turner keeps it in from going out for a corner. And just got a little bit of a break and play. I'd like to extend my thanks to Kathleen Porter, who normally listens in to Rebels Radio. She's here today at Arbour Park, but she has brought down some lovely mince pies and some homemade Christmas cake for me and the volunteers to share later. So our thanks go to Kathleen Porter. Slough playing some good 1-2 football. Flood just loses the ball to Emerson, but Nathan Webb will win it back for Slough inside the Farnborough half. He's inside the centre circle. Chips it in, looking for Watkins, who'd stayed right inside and comes in at pace. Plays the ball in. There's Togwell that's almost in there, and in fact it's come off Barton last. It will be a corner to Slough on this near hand side, and Slough is getting some space down this right hand side. And it's another corner which James Dobson will come across to take the third of the second half. And this one will be an in-swinging corner for Slough. And there'll be a decent delivery here from Dobson. And they get it. Good delivery. Oh, it's headed away well by Chiodini. It comes to the edge of the box where Nathan Smart will keep it alive. Holds the ball up. Plays it out here towards Togwell. Togwell in towards Dunn. Dunn on the edge of the area. Back here towards Smart. Smart looks up. Crosses into the box. Floods there. And Nathan Webb. It's Jones who clears the ball. Jones has actually gone down in the penalty area, but he seems okay. The ball's back here with Wells. Wells with Dobson. Dobson stayed on the right-hand side after that corner. Comes in with the ball. He's going to shoot from distance. He hits it. Oh, and Upward totally lost the ball. He gets a touch to it. Looked like he thought it was going wide. Put a hand to it. It goes for a corner to Slough. And the movement on the ball from that shot has caused Upwards a few problems there. So we've played 18 minutes of the second half. Slough 3, Farnborough 0. And Dobson just tweaked a muscle there. He's just letting Fraser go across to take this corner. And it is Fraser that will take this corner. So it'll be an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. And Fraser's just got Smart and Nisbet up there still. Hits it in low towards Flood. Flood shoots, and it's a goal for the Rebels. It's number 4, and it's Chris Flood. That goal coming on 64 minutes. And Chris Flood celebrated his 50th appearance for the Rebels against Stratford. He's now scored 14 for the season and 26 in total. As Slough 4-0 up here with just under 20 minutes of the second half played. I think you'll see a substitution for the Rebels as well. I think it might be Dobson who's going to come off. I think he's just tweaked a hamstring. We're just going to see who's likely to come on. I think it may well be Manny Williams, actually. So we'll keep our eye on Dobson. Dobson's he's got his shorts rolled up on one leg. And I don't think Dobson wants to come off. It will be a substitution. It will be Dobson that comes off. But Farnborough have the kick-off. Ball played out here towards Ellington from Barton. And Ellington trying to run down that far-hand side. And crosses in, looking for Coolcott, headed away by Fraser. Ball still bouncing around. Chiodini takes it down well. Tries to turn, gets he tries to get a touch. And in the end, it's Simon Dunn who just comes back and gets a touch out of that. Plays it back towards Turner. It's not a back pass, it's a good save. And Dobson has gone down. And I think you'll see, whoa, heading right to us. Oh, it's hit someone on the head. And it's hit a fan on the head right in front of us here. We're just going to make sure that that fan is okay. The substitution will be James Dobson coming off. Scorer of the first goal. Coming on, Manny Williams, and that is on 66 minutes. There is just a little concern with a lady here who's just got hit on the head from Jack Turner's kicked the ball out of play for a goal kick, and it's hit Noreen. If any of you know Slough fans, you'll know Noreen. It's hit her on the head. She's just getting some treatment here from one of the Slough physios just to make sure that she's okay. I think she's okay. She okay? Yeah, okay, so she's okay. So there you go. Ball's played forward here by Slough. Left by Watkins, trying to find Flood. Played it in, but it's good defending by Jones. Plays the ball forwards here for Slough, and Slough will see that ball out of play with Fraser. So that substitution for you was James Dobson off and Manny Williams on. That was the substitution for you. And it's Slough take the goal kick quickly with Turner, but plays it short. And in here towards Flood. Flood in towards Webb. Webb looks up, trying to find Watkins with a little bit of skill. Trying to go past Everett. Still holds the ball up. Back heels it into the path of Nathan Webb. Slough putting on all the trick. Oh! And Jones just missed the ball and Nathan Webb couldn't get to it. And it's gone out of play for a goal kick here. Slough just pulling out all of the tricks now with this 4-goal lead here in the second half here. We're just coming right up to halfway through the second half. Slough with 3 second half goals in 15 minutes. And it's 4-0. Ball goes over the top. It's Coolcott who wins the header. Ellington trying to get into the box. Coolcott surely offside. Trays it back in towards Ellington. Ellington does well to keep winning the ball. Finds Evans. Evans just forced wide by Slough. And in the end, Manny Williams is here up against Huggins. Huggins does well to win the ball. Oh, he plays a lovely little ball into Barton. Takes a couple of Slough players out of the game. But Barton's immediately under pressure by the Rebels. Ball played up here to Chiodini. Chiodini holds off. Plays a lovely ball here towards Walker, who's got space on this near-hand side. Trying to get the ball onto his right foot. Shoots from distance and pulls a goal back here for Farnborough. And it's Walker with a goal for Farnborough on 68 minutes. As Slough again, I did say that what you might find is that with Nathan Webb being a natural right midfielder, that there'd be a little bit of space. And it's Walker who gets the ball back, bursting down that left hand side. Free cuts inside and fires in from 12 yards. It's 4-1 here now at Arbour Park. And Slough will need to still be on their mettle here. Farnborough's goal has given them a bit of thing. Slough play the ball here with Fraser in towards Webb. Back out towards Nathan Smart. Smart will go back to his goalkeeper Turner. And Turner under pressure from Coolcott. Clears down the line. Looking for Watkins. Watkins with a good touch in towards Nathan Webb. Shrugs off the challenge of Walker. Still has the ball. And then finds Togwell. Togwell can turn or just go all the way back to his goalkeeper. And Slough just trying to take the sting out of the game here. Turner just chips the ball forward. Looking for Watkins. Ball comes off the head of Emerson towards Webb. Webb holds the ball up. Slough playing with a 4-3-3 formation here with Watkins, Flood and Williams on. Ball's here though with Fraser, in towards Flood. Spreads it out here towards Nathan Webb. Webb with the ball inside towards Watkins. Watkins just needs some help, crosses the ball in, but it's Everett that's in the way. Ball's cleared by Farnborough, only as far as Smart. Smart's with a touch in towards Fraser. Fraser just plays it in first time to Dunn. Dunn turns away from trouble and then finds Manny Williams. Oh, Williams just tried to play it in towards Flood, but Upwood was aware of that one and alert came to the edge of his box to pick that up early. And then looks to get his team further down the field. Long ball by him. And it's going to go out of play for a throw to Slough, deep inside their own half. It's right by the corner flag. In fact, Fraser will be the player that will take this for Slough. And he's just waiting for a bit of help to come down that near-hand side. It's won by Walker. Comes into the centre where Dunn flicks the ball on. Only as far as Emerson. His clearance only finds Smart. Smart's ball goes high up in the air and Webb shakes off the challenge but can't get a control of the ball. Goes out of play for a throw. And quickly taken by Farnborough. Ball played in here towards Emerson. Emerson trying to play a little bit further forwards. Ball played in here towards Walker. Walker cuts inside. Gives it to Barton. Just overruns it. Catches Togwell, but the referee says play on. The ball's here with Williams. Finds Watkins. Watkins just had to stay on. Watkins tries to play it first time, but curls it with the outside of his foot. And it's gone wide. And Slough with this 4-3-3 formation. Just needing one of the strikers to just come back. Watkins is just doing that now. Walker has the ball 10 yards inside his own half. Plays it forward. Looking for Coolcock. Coolcock wins the header, but Fraser's there for Slough. And will sweep it back towards his goalkeeper Turner. Turner under pressure. High ball in the air. Underneath it is Webb. Walker wins it though and finds Coolcock. Coolcock turns and gives a little push in the face there. Coolcock still running with the ball. Great challenge by Nathan Smart. Ball bounces around though to Evans. Togwell hooks the ball clear for Slough. Finds Webb. Webb gives the ball away though to Barton. Barton shoots from distance and it's a good shot by Barton but just wide of the angle of the goal. And Sean Fraser just explaining to the referee that as Coolcock went for the ball he got a push in the face, and you're going to see a second substitution for Farnborough. Coming off is Jack Barton. Coming on is Bobby Dormer. So that's Barton off, Dormer on. And my maths is really bad, but I think that's 72 minutes. So Jack Barton, he was on a yellow card, replaced by Bobby Dormer. And the game is back underway with a goal kick here by Jack Turner. I think you'll see another substitution for the Rebels as well. Ball played forward here, looking for Wells. Wells turns and leaves the ball, gets onto it past Ellington. Then evades the challenge of Huggins well. Wells still has it. Chip is going for goal again. He wants to score that goal this afternoon. It's the second time he's done that this afternoon, where he's tried to chip it in from distance. And it hasn't come off. It's gone out for a goal kick to Farnborough, and Upwood has had to go all the way to the sideline to go and get the ball. And I think we will see a third substitution for the Rebels in a second. And it's going to be wait for this goal kick to come in from Upwood in the Farnborough goal. Still 4-1 here for Slough. A long kick again by Upwood, looking for Chiodini. Headed on though by Smart, flicks it the wrong way, and it's Fraser that has to hook the ball clear. Only as far as Walker. Walker trying to burst into the box. Just being forced onto his right foot. And still being turned away. Plays the ball in there looking for the substitute Dormer. But it's won by Slough. Finds Watkins. Watkins gives it to Flood. Flood nutmegs Emerson and runs now towards the goal. He needs a little bit of help. He's on the angle of the 18-yard box. Crosses it in. And he's just put it too close. In between the goalkeeper and the attacking Manny Williams on the far hand side. You're going to see another substitution for the Rebels. Coming off is number 9, Brad Watkins. And coming on for the Rebels is Gavin James. So Brad Watkins had a good game for the Rebels. Not scored today, but he's done well playing alongside Chris Flood. And Gavin James comes on 74 minutes. I'll get a little run out there for Gav coming back from injury. And Gav James will just come on. And Slough still persisting with the 3 up front at the moment. As we wait for this goal kick from Upwards. Long kick by him. Looking again for Chiodini. Both of them miss it. Headed away by Fraser. Then headed on by Evans. Chiodini trying to get there. Hooked away by Nisbet. Togwell gets a touch to it. Trying to get the ball past Dormer. It's come out towards Wells. Wells plays it through and wins a free kick for a foul by Huggins there. And that will just slow the game down a little bit here for Slough. Wells just rubbing his knee. As more from the fact, I think, of the way he landed than the actual tackle. It wasn't a bad tackle, just a fraction late. And in fact, Huggins is actually going to get a yellow. That's how much I know about football. Mind you, if you've listened to me before, you must know that I don't know a lot. But on 75 minutes, Huggins has actually got a yellow card there. So I was expecting that. I didn't think it was that bad of a foul, actually. But there you go. Huggins gets a yellow card. He's the second Farnborough player in the book this afternoon. And it will be Turner to take this free kick for Slough. And it's going to be a long kick down the field. Looking on the right-hand side for Flood. Flood up against Dormer. Comes out here, though, towards Webb. Webb breaks to the byline. Still running with the ball. Hits it at pace. Hits Emerson. Defends it well. Then finds Walker. Still just in halfway inside their own half. Trying to play the ball back in towards Evans. Evans plays it back out towards the left-back Jones. Jones chips the ball down the line, but it's gone straight out of play for a throw-in to Slough. See if we can find you some scores from some of the other games in the Southern Premier League. Ball played in towards Flood. Webb tries to keep it in, but it has gone out of play for a throw to Farnborough. It'll be Matt Jones to take it, just halfway inside his own half. And Jones just needs a little bit of help here. It's won by Togwell. Togwell's header comes through to Webb. Webb finds Flood. Flood turns, trying to find Gavin Jones. Gavin Jones takes a touch, gives himself a little bit of space, plays it here to the edge of the box for Flood. Flood in towards Dunn. I just played behind Dunn, and it's allowed Huggins to bring the ball out. Nathan Smart tries to win it, but he's left it here for Chiodini. So now I've got to get back here. Chiodini plays it out here to Walker. Walker up against Fraser. Walker just gains a yard. Plays it on the far hand side to Dormer, who's just creeped forwards. He's just given the ball away to Wells, and then Manny Williams comes across for Slough. And Webb's played the ball forwards, but that's aimed this all the way down to the goalkeeper upwards. And long ball here by upwards. Chiodini flicks the ball on well, but no one read it for Farnborough. And it's cleared by Nisbet, won by Flood. Into the centre where Gavin James takes the ball, but robbed of it by Evans. Evans spreads the ball wide to Ellington. Ellington can turn. Has plenty of time. Got Huggins in front of him. Finds Huggins. Huggins can turn with the ball. He'll go back towards Evans, who'd come deep. In towards Dormer, the substitute. Back out here towards Evans. Nice play of passionate play here by Farnborough. In towards Coolcott. Coolcott looks at, he's given the ball straight at Nathan Webb. And first to the ball for Slough is Simon Dunn. Back here with Webb. Webb under pressure from Evans. Managed to get the ball out here towards Manny Williams. Williams on the halfway line. Just slowing it down a little bit. Back here towards Wells. And we'll give you some later scores in a second. Ball up here towards Flood. Flood inside the centre circle. Can turn and find Fraser. Fraser back in towards Dunn. Little 1-2 here with Flood. Flood still has the ball in towards Gavin James. Gavin James just got caught from behind and it's a free kick. Right, so we'll give you some of the latest scores. It's Merthyr 0, Hereford 0. Royston 2, Hitchin 1. Slough Town 4, Farnborough 1. And St Neots 0, Kettering 1. Those are your latest scores so far in the Southern Premier League. Ball's here with Togwell. Togwell trying to find Wells on the far hand side, but it's good defending by Ellington, who plays the ball out. It is a throw though to Slough. And it will be Slough take it quickly in towards Togwell, won by Williams. He goes well, still got the ball. Shoots from distance. It's just wide of the goal. But good play there by Manny Williams. He turned his player to give himself some space, drew another player out, and then when he got his shot on, it just went wide of the post. And it remains here with roughly 11 minutes of the game, plus whatever the referee adds on. It's Slough Town 4, Farnborough 1. And upward with another long kick. Good kick by this goalkeeper. Plays it all the way through. Nisbet has to come across for Slough to hook the ball clear. Only as far as Jones. Jones finds Walker. Walker always intent on coming in on his right foot. Ball played in towards Evans. Now in towards Jones, the left back, who's brought himself forwards. Gives it to Chiodini. Slough think the ball's gone out of play. Ball's back in here with Walker. And Walker, under pressure, always comes outwards and tries to turn and run with the ball. Lovely little dink ball in, but spotted by Nathan Smart. And Smart can play the ball out here towards Williams. Williams inside his own half. Looking for the run of Flood. It's a great ball. Goalkeeper's come out of his area. Has to make sure he wins it. Does well. And he's given the ball away to Nathan Webb. Webb doesn't realise that the goalkeeper's out of his... Everyone's telling him to shoot. Ball played in here, though, towards Flood. Flood's still got the ball. Plays it across goal. Williams tries to get there. Comes through to Gavin James. It's 5! And Gavin James with the goal. And it all came from a mistake by Upwood, who played the ball out. And on 80 minutes, it's Gavin James. A ball by Upwood. Upwood won the ball from Flood. He played the ball out poorly. Came to Nathan Webb. Webb didn't realise that the goal was unattended. Everyone was telling him to shoot. He played the ball in. There's just a bit of an argument between the Slough Town manager, Mr. Baker, and our resident Tannoy announcer, who I think miscounted the number of goals. Gavin James got the ball from Flood. Flood played it across, and Manny Williams tried to get there first. It came to Gavin James at the edge of the 6-yard box, and he fired in. And Farnborough have the ball, and immediately they're on the attack here with Walker down this left-hand side. Walker again cuts inside on that right foot, crosses into the box, and Wells will leave it and goes out of play for a goal kick. So it's 5-1 here now at Arbour Park. And Slough finally found their shooting boots in the league again. Although Farnborough have been known to score a few goals. Unfortunately, they're not many away from home, unfortunately. Their home form is a lot better. Scored 5 twice in their last 2 home games. But away from home, they've not done so well. It look like they're heading for a defeat here this afternoon. Just waiting for Turner to take this goal kick. And a long kick by him. Underneath it is Gavin James. Flicks the ball on towards Flood. Flood gets a little push in the back, but held up well. In towards Webb. Well, Webb with a lovely ball in towards Gavin James. Gavin James inside the box. Just defended well here by the right back. And it's come out for a corner. That's a goal kick. It's a goal kick there to... I think a few fans behind the goal seem to think that was a corner as well. But it's a goal kick, and Upwood will take this for... we're just going to see another substitution. Why have we called a linesman over? There is a final substitution here for Farnborough. Coming off is Matt Jones, the number 3. He will be replaced by number 15, Brett Cunningham. So Matt Jones off, Brett Cunningham off. That substitution is on 82 minutes. And it's... Cunningham goes into a midfield position, and Chiodini has gone to left back. So long kick again by Upwood, looking for Coolcott. Coolcott does well to win the header. Ellington tried to chase it. Underneath it is Nisbet. Heads it here towards Wells. Wells has plenty of time to take it out of his Penodiera. Plays it down the field, looking for Flood. Flood turns to turn. Gets a little pull there. The referee doesn't spot it, and it comes out on the far hand side to Walker's. Walker's now switched back to his normal right hand side position. Ball chipped forwards by Emerson in towards Huggins. Huggins plays it first time. Evans flicks the header on. It looks like Ellington has gone further forwards for Farnborough. It's the ball's played through to Turner, chased down by Coolcott. Played forwards. Huggins trying to win. He heads it the wrong way. Gavin James flicks the ball on, and it cuts one back though by Emerson. Nice little touch by him, finds the substitute Cunningham. Plays a nice little ball down the line. He's looking for Evans to chase it, but Smart comes across for Slough and plays it back towards Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner plays it down the field, trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James up against Emerson. Hits Emerson on the shoulder. Then Chiodini plays it straight off Nathan Webb for a throw to Farnborough. Chiodini trying to get it going. Headed away by Fraser towards Togwell. Webb just loose kick there by him. Finds Emerson. Emerson bringing the ball forwards for Farnborough. Runs straight into Togwell. And Flood just plays it off Chiodini. Plays it down the line, but it just goes out of play as Togs just continued his run, but Togwell couldn't get to the ball as it rolled out of play. And it's a throw to Farnborough in front of our commentary position here. Again, Chiodini with this throw, and Calcott having a laugh with Fraser as he's pulled his shirt as the throw came in. On the blind side of the referee, it's gone out for a throw to Farnborough again. Taken quickly towards Evans, and Evans does well to get past Dunn. Switches the play well to behind Walker. Walker now on that near hand side, keeps the ball in and tries to run at the Slough defence. Williams and Wells there for him to try and get past. Doesn't get past Wells, he defends it well. It's out for the expense of a corner though. And it's like Walker will be the player that takes that corner as well. And it is Walker just waiting for Emerson and Everett to come forwards for this one. Plays the ball in, headed away well by Togwell. And the ball comes back out though to Walker. And again he'll try and get it onto his right foot. Crosses it deep inside this time. But Turner has an easy catch in the second half. And just takes a knee, as they say in American football, just to grab the ball. And then rolls the ball out here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser got a bit of time here to bring the ball forwards. Goes back though towards Nathan Smart as Calcott chases down in towards Togwell. Togwell playing in that deep lying role, holds it up and spreads it here towards Nisbet, who's almost playing as a left back here at the moment. Nisbet has the ball here in towards Dunn. Dunn inside his own half by the centre circle, spreads it here towards Fraser, who'd come in. Fraser stops on the ball. Back out towards Simon Dunn. Dunn with the ball to Williams. Williams with the ball in towards Flood. Flood just waits on the ball, trying to release someone, and then a mistake there by Upward and Emerson. Emerson had to come across to win the ball. One back here by Dormer. Finds Cunningham, the young substitute, just having a run with the ball in towards Dormer. Togwell's on him quickly. Finds his ball back to Emerson. Then spread out on the far hand side where Walker's almost playing as a right back. He's got Huggins in front of him. Huggins is found and can bring the ball across the halfway line. Still just under pressure, finds Evans. Evans with a ball in, trying to find Calcott. Calcott does well to get the ball there and hold the ball up. Just needs a little bit of help. Comes from Evans. Evans with a loose ball down for Ellington. It's one back here by George Wells. And his ball finds Gavin James. Gavin James scored the 5th goal. Got a bit of space to run into. Finds Williams. Oh, Williams with the ball in towards Flood. Oh, it's literally an inch too far. And the goalkeeper Upward does really well to spot that and come out just before Flood can get there. And he's rolled the ball out to Chiodini in this left back position. So now quite happy to let him have the ball at the moment. Long ball down the field. Nathan Smart will come across and win that one and smashes it back out of play. And it's a throw again to Farnborough. And the fans are just not impressed with some of the language coming from the Farnborough players. As Walker has the ball on the far hand side, scrape past Wells. Wells defends it well again. Goes out of play for a throw to Farnborough. They're going to let Huggins take the throw on that far hand side. Huggins just waiting for a bit of movement. Finds it to Walker. Walker just played it deep in towards Emerson. Emerson playing central. Back in towards Dormer. Dormer robbed of the ball, but manages to find a touch in towards Emerson. Emerson shoots from distance. Comes off the foot of Nathan Smart and is out for a corner. And it's a corner for Farnborough, which are in no hurry to take. Emerson's just not sure whether to go up with Everett for it. He is going to go up for the corner. It's going to be an out-swinging corner for Slough to defend. We've got about 2 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. Headed goalwards by the right back Huggins, but it's way wide of the goal and out for goal kick. So we'll just wait for a signal from the referee to see how long extra is. 2 minutes of normal time. And Slough take the goal kick short with Turner finding Nathan Smart. Smart has time to bring the ball forward. Slough just happy to play the ball around their back four at the moment. Here with Togwell. Plays it out towards Wells. Wells back in towards Togwell. Togwell just happy to let Slough have the ball. Williams comes deep for the Rebels to win the ball. Back here towards Smart. Spreads it towards Fraser. Fraser with a bit of space to find Nathan Webb. Webb just spreads it on the far hand side to Nisbet. Slough happy to just keep hold of this ball until we come to these last minutes of the game. In towards Togwell. Farnborough just can't chase the ball down. The ball played through. Huggins just smashes it clear. And Turner will do his best to stop that ball from going out for a goal kick. And keeps the ball in play on the far hand side. And George Wells has been named man of the match here by today's match sponsors Strads, which is the Slough Town Real Ale Drinkers Society. And it's George Wells, the left back, who gets the man of the match there. Upward with this goal kick for Farnborough. Long kick by him. Will go all the way back to Turner in the Slough goal, and Turner will just... He's just going to stand with the ball at his feet and wait for Eddington to come closer before picking the ball up. Then plays it out here towards Nisbet, in towards Williams. Williams deep position for Slough. Finds a ball across the 18-yard box towards Smart. He in turns finds Fraser. Fraser back into Flood. Flood gets it in and back towards Fraser. Fraser looking for Wells on the far-hand side. Wells up against Walker. Walker heads the ball, but heads it towards his own goal, and Huggins has to come and head back towards the goalkeeper upward before Gavin James can get in there for Slough. And we haven't seen a sign. 3 minutes of added time on here. We're into those final 3 minutes now. As Upward plays the ball down the field, looking for Coolcott. Coolcott wins that first header, but Nathan Smart allows it to bounce. Hooks the ball clear for Slough, and then headed on by Dormer, but Dunn gets there first for the Rebels, and then Nathan Webb gets his body in the way, but well done back here by Dormer. Dormer just gets a little push from Nathan Webb. It's a free kick. And it's Emerson that takes the free kick quickly in towards Everett. Finds Evans. Back out here towards Walker. Williams just coming in to help out. Walker still has the ball, but cuts across the field. Turns back onto his right foot. Finds Huggins. Huggins in here towards Emerson. Only one back for Farnborough at the moment. Everyone else in the Slough Town half. Ball here with Chiodini. Chiodini up against Webb. Chiodini just been held off, and the ball comes through there towards Cunningham. One back though by Webb towards Fraser. Fraser with a little ball in here towards Gavin James. Emerson does really well to intercept the ball, but it falls to Nisbet on the far hand side. So now just trying to hit on the break here. Wells with the ball at the moment. Played it in towards Williams, or misses the ball, and Dunn has to try and get across, but Huggins has come through on the overlap, bursting into the edge of the box, still running with the ball, gets to the edge of the box, plays it out here towards Coolcott. Coolcott shoots. It's a fine save by Turner in the Slough goal, even with just a minute and a half left of added time on. Turner forces a good save and forced the ball wide of the goal, and Farnborough just on the attack there, quick attack there by them, and thwarted by a good save by Jack Turner, who admittedly hasn't had a lot to do this second half. And the corner comes in deep to the far post, headed goalwards. It's headed on by Nisbet out here towards Wells, and Wells will hammer that ball down the field, trying to find Flood. Lovely touch by him, releases Williams inside the centre circle. He's got a man on, and it's a good challenge there by Huggins that wins the ball back, and Cunningham goes back towards Upward and played the ball out here towards Chiodini. Just happy to let him have the ball. Plays it in, looking for the run of Coolcott. Coolcott does well to get goal side. Gets it on his chest. Runs into Nathan Smart. Ball's played forward. Cleared by Cunningham, and Coolcott's looking for a penalty there, but the referee says no. And it's a quick throw by Slough deep inside their own half. Fraser with it towards Togwell. Back towards Fraser. In towards Dunn to Togwell. Back towards Fraser. Slough with some good triangles being played there. Ball played for Flood. And the referee says that it's full time here at Arbour Park. It's finished Slough Town 5, Farnborough 1. The first half was a lot more even between the two sides. Slough with a 1-goal lead courtesy of a free kick by James Dobson. The second half turned into a little bit of a different affair. Slough put the afterburners on, scoring their second goal on 49 minutes with a header from a corner by Mark Nisbet. Then Nathan Webb getting the third on 55 minutes with a speculative effort that Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Rebels Radio. Yes, it's a midday kickoff here for the Rebels as they host Farnborough on this Boxing Day clash. So yes, for one of the few times I think I've ever said it on the radio, it's a good morning to all of you there. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. Hope you've all got everything that Santa wanted, and you've spent some quality time with your family. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. There is also a full league fixture today, but this is the only game with a 12 o'clock kickoff, so there won't be many updates, but I'll run through those fixtures for you as well. This is Rebels Radio, My name is Ade. You can contact us here if you would like to get in contact with us here. If you're listening via the YouTube, you should be able to, if you scroll down, if you're on a computer, or I think it's just if you're on a phone, it should be there. There's a comment section, and those comments will come through to us here at Rebels Radio, and we'll give you a shout out. You can also contact us via Twitter, and that is at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase, MyFC Rebels Radio. So if you do that, it'll come through to us. We'll give you a shout out this Christmas. Hopefully you've all had a wonderful time, and we'll give you the teams as well for everything today. Just a couple of upcoming games for you to your notice. On the 1st of January, Slough are away to Chesham United. That is Saturday, I think. No, Monday, isn't it? Monday. Okay, no, I don't know what day it is. I think it's the Monday, yeah, Monday the 1st of January. That is a 3 p.m. kickoff. Then following that, the next game for the Rebels, they are at home to Hereford on the 6th of January. Please remember that this is one of the all-ticket games, so you will need either to be a season ticket holder or you will need to purchase a ticket. You can do that here at the game, or you should be able to do that online. I think details of that coming online will come after today's game, where the tickets have been sold here in person. Then after that, Slough have another game on the 9th of January, again away to Royston Town, who have one of the better home records in the league. So Slough have 3 very tough fixtures to come following this equally tough game. We're at home to Farnborough FC. So I'll run through the other games for you in the Southern Premier League this afternoon on Boxing Day. We have Banbury versus Dunstable, Basingstoke versus Gosport, Biggleswade versus Bishop Stortford, Kings Lynn versus St Ives, Kings Langley Chesham is a 1:30 kickoff, Merthyr versus Hereford is a 1 o'clock kickoff, Redditch versus Stratford, Royston versus Hitchin is again a 1 o'clock kickoff, St Neots Kettering is a 1 o'clock kickoff, and the 2 remaining fixtures are Tiverton versus Frome